Oh my gosh, why are y'all so mean to me?
Why are y'all mean to me? I'm nice to y'all. I gave y'all a gift card giveaway. Y'all
Probably because you didn't want. Probably because you didn't want.
won.
Hey, what's going on, ladies and gamers? Let me see the gamer. Welcome back to another Destiny6 video. So today what we're gonna be doing is there's a couple things I want to do. First off, thank y'all for basically let's just talk me and you, right? Me, you, camera, laptop / phone to you, okay? Basically, I really want to thank y'all so much for the past couple videos for Destiny 6 anyways, or even all my videos that y'all watch anyways. These past few videos have been overwhelming, or not overwhelming, but overwhelming with support. I love how much the community still is here, how much y'all just watching my videos, it just helps so much, helps motivate me so much, you know. Of course, y'all probably didn't like last video, or like 90% of y'all were like, oh man, I wanted to win that gift card. Like I said, this gift card giveaway is not the first one, or is the first one, but not the last one. So keep your eyes peeled for it. Maybe there might be some kind of special thing going on, because guess what? We have actually surpassed 777 subscribers. That's the jackpot number, baby. That's a jackpot number. And on top of that, it is 4th of July. Okay, to go out there and explode your fingers. All right, we need y'all to use y'all's fingers for Destiny 6. Okay. But anyways, yeah, so it's been a really fun journey. Like I said, playing this game has really opened my eyes to see how a community really does work together. Of course, I've played in like I've mentioned with Nezzy as well, or not even just Nezzy. A lot of y'all as well transferred, or not transferred, but moved from Summer's War to this game, you know. So it's really cool to see y'all do this, play this game with me as well, hoping for a better future for this game, you know. And like I said, I hope the developers did see the last videos. I changed one of my titles to developers please listen to the comments, you know. But it's been fun either way, and hopefully we can celebrate. I don't want to, I'm limited on money, you know, so I don't want to keep just doing gift card giveaways. Let's do one every so often. I really want to do one for this milestone, for the 777 one. I really didn't think that I was actually gonna reach it, just because the subscriber count kept fluctuating, going up and down. So either way, it's still fun making videos. That's why I like the last couple ones. I fell in love with editing once again, just because I've been too busy trying. So I just did little edits here and there, but that last one was really how I love editing, how I love doing it. So hopefully I just keep that fire going and keep it going. So let me just show y'all. No, this is not the team I use, okay? Let me just show y'all the team that I do use for this, okay? Somebody had told, okay, so I listened to a helpful tip. The Grimlock on the 8th floor is weak to stun break skills. Grimlock takes less damage during non-break status. This is very very misleading, okay? He does not have to be broken, and as a lot of people were telling me in the last video, he does not need to be broken for him to take a lot of damage. This is basically the one-shot type of deal. I was trying to use the same team I used for Giants, which is the other Giants, which is this one, but I'd rather just use this one, just because it's more, I get to use Scissor Shaolin. And this video is actually going to be talking about, also talking about the rotation. I'm gonna do it like every week or every rotation, just to talk about which ones are good, which ones you should summon for, whatnot. So we'll go ahead and just do it. Let's do it. Hopefully it goes right for me, okay? Because the thing is that every time I try doing something on video, no, we're gonna fail. Okay, so let's go ahead and turn you off. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. Oh wait, he didn't take it just because of that. Or you know what? Let's just do this again. All right, let's do this. Let's do that. That kind of sucks because now I have to wait for the stun skill. You know what? No, that was a horrible start. Let's take two. Okay, take two. Let's try it again. Let's do it correct this time. Okay. I just started using this team, so okay. So let's do this. Let's do that. Okay, here we go. Let's do this. Can we get? There we go. We got it.
Now that's a lot of damage.
We took a whole chunk of his HP there. So, oh wait, he's not stunned anymore, so I shouldn't have done that. It's all good though. It's all good. Get out the. Oh, we can't get out the way. He's gonna freeze us regardless. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. He's gonna knock us back. Not too much. We're not taking too much damage, as you can see, just because of the fact that we have the Conquer effect on. So we're not gonna take as much. Wait, what does this even do? Increase the damage target takes. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't know that. Okay, so let's do this. Let's do this. There we go. Let's do this. Let's do this. And we got it. Okay, so that was like a 35-second run. The other time I did it, it was like a 20-something second run. It's better than the freaking 3-minute run that I was going through. That was torture. Okay, so 34 seconds. Ooh, that's nice. Okay, that's nice. I'm trying to get better crests for Scissors Elk. Scissors Elk, actually, she's looking a lot better than she did before. I'm still I actually got her a HP slots 1 that was pretty decent. I finally got, because the thing is that it's so hard to get HP. I only have like 4 in total for slot 1. Slot 1 is probably the hardest I can get. This is the one she had before, so that's why it's there. I didn't like it, so it does have status activation. Attack percent could be changed. This resistance, you know, but the status activation and the skill cooldown is really what I was looking for. So I just need slot 3 and she'll be good, and then I just can start working on her crest. This is her stats at the moment. Status activation 16%, 34% skill cooldown. I want to get, let's try to get, let's see what we can get on that precision one. Actually, if we can not be frozen, please. Thank you. Okay, let's go ahead and do it. Alright, let's go ahead and get it to +6. If we get status activation or skill cooldown, I'm going to take it to +12 just to see. Crit rate. I'm not sure. The thing is that I was talking to Nezzy the other day. I'm not sure if you can get more than 1% crit rate. I've only seen 1% really. You know, I would probably just take it to +9, just because I want to see where this can take me. The thing is that disable duration is actually works well with Scissors Elk, just because of the fact that she does disable as well. So we'll see where it takes me. Look at how much gold I have. I have so little gold. So it's I'm going through the struggle. I'm broke. Okay, so. But anyways, yeah, so these last videos have been really fun to make, and hopefully I'll continue on doing it. Okay, so defense 3%, not too crazy. This one has disable, you know what, and buff creation. That really doesn't help me too much. You know what, we'll just take that one off. We'll just put this one on, just for the heck of it. Just because there's no difference on that one. This one has disable 1 more %, so and that one has, this one has crit rate as well. So it's all good. All right, so let's go ahead and look at the rotation for this week. Actually, the rotation for this week, I was just using one of them. All right, so let's talk about. We're gonna talk about the Shaolins and the Ingrats. Good or not good? All right. So I'm not summoning for this rotation once again, just because I don't need them. I already have all 4 of them, so I don't really need to summon for anything. And these are fairly skilled up, and the one that's actually good is fairly skilled up. Okay, so let's go ahead and talk about the Shaolins. Okay, Scissors and Rock Shaolin. What are their skills? What can they be used for? Okay, the better one out of the 2 for the Shaolins is the one I just used. Okay, Scissors Shaolin. Okay, this is one of the ones that were hyped up before, just because of the fact, before the faction boss bit came out, before all that, she was really hyped just because she stunned, removed shield, and removed buff. What made her so powerful back then is because back then, if you were in the times, I don't know if this is, I don't even know if people still struggle with this, but there was a time or a comp that was thrown around everywhere. It was overpowered. You basically won with this team, and if either you won or you stalled out, and you would win event or draw anyways. So it would be Scissors Carletta, Paper Adonis, and Rock June. Reason why they synergize so well is because they have three different elements as well. If one of them were the same elements, maybe it would be a little bit, it would bring down the team synergy, because I feel like, I don't, correct me if you like, if you have three different elements on the actual team, your skill cooldown when you start the battle will actually will be at its fullest practically. It doesn't matter how much skill cooldown you have. If you have let's say 2 rocks and 1 paper, stuff like that, I feel like the skills won't come up at the same time. I'm not too sure. I felt that's how it works. So because that team synergized so well, Adonis' shield practically never goes down. Since Carletta has her skill cooldown practically always because of Rock June's skill cooldown as well, and then Rock June's damage. So that team overall did really well. This girl would counter it because you would strip the shield and then stun, and then you'd be able to win. But what caused her to not be used as much is the fact that sometimes this skill will be resisted, even though it's 100% to remove a shield, and it would get resisted. So unfortunately, that's how that was. I didn't even notice that we got a freaking attack, damage increase and damage taken for the boss. That's pretty cool. I didn't even notice that. So that's just an added bonus to this. Where can she be used? She can be used in faction boss. A lot of the top players are using her in faction boss just because of the fact that she can stun. She's one of the ones that can stun and plus give the damage buff and damage taken. Not I know that. she's just overall really well. You just saw me use her in Giants. That for stuns, she's used there as well. You can, like I said, you can use her in arena, but it's really risky because you don't know what you're going up against, which hopefully they make a different arena system aside from that, so you can actually see who you're going up against and whatnot. So what can you build her on? I just have her on Vitality. Don't follow my build. I just usually when I just use them for whatever, I usually just stick them with Vitality. This is not how you build it. I mean, look at her status activation and her skill cooldown. Clearly, I do not use her enough. I am trying to farm a lot more Medina, so I can probably switch her to Bravery. You initially want her on Bravery. You can have her on Bravery. You can really put her on Concentration if you wanted to. You don't need to, but you can do it. But Bravery is a set you want to get her on just because of the fact that her skills do more damage according to, or it is equal to a certain percentage of the attack power. So you would want her to be on Bravery. Her crest. What can her crest be on? Her crest, you can. A lot of people prefer the Grit crest just because of the fact that you can use skill cooldown. Resistance, you don't really want resistance. You prefer resistance on something like Adonis, Paper Adonis and stuff like that, or just the subset itself is okay to have just so you can resist some of the stuff that the debuffs that you get thrown on. Precision, this is status activation. You can do maybe one set of status activation or 2 sets if you have the subsets for a skill cooldown. That'd be nice, just because she does do 2 debuffs. She stuns and leaves that damage taken. So it'd be good to put her on precision. It's not bad. Persistence. I'm not sure because this one's a debuff duration, I believe, right? It is a debuff duration. Yes, debuff duration. It is not. This is more the lower bracket. This one's like a little bit above resistance because persistence. You don't really need to put. You don't need to extend the debuffs, or not extend, but prolong the debuffs when she leaves, because it's like. It's not that as important as status activation. So status activation would be more important. So if you're trying to decide on the 2, just go ahead and go for precision. Preservation, I don't even know what this one does. Oh, buff duration. Buff duration, same. It goes with the same thing with the persistence. You don't need it. It is not necessary to do it. So that's really all you can. That's really everything I can talk about her. She's a good unit, excellent unit. If you want to aim for her, go for it. If you don't have her. Next one, Rock I don't even know if I have your 6 star. I don't think. Okay, the Rock Shaolin. She was one of my first. She was one of my first Nat 5s. It was I believe it was Rock Fran, then Rock June, then Rock Natalia, and I think then it was this girl. They were all Rock. Okay, so let's go ahead and go over her skills. Buff duration, debuff remove, and a damage reflection shield. Okay, on paper it looks good, but let's just keep talking about her second skill. She silences and blinds. I'm wondering, you know what? I'm gonna try to build her for the specific reason that I was trying to build one of the Ingrids, which I'll talk about next. Okay, so let's talk about her. Okay, buff duration, right? It is actually. Let's see how much it increases current buff durations by 10 or 17 seconds. Wow, I didn't even know that. Okay, reflects the shield. Reflects 60% of the damage for 1.5 seconds. Really? That's such a short time. And then removes 1 debuff. Okay, so and the thing is that it's not 100%. Okay, and this one's a silence and blind. So basically, sort of like what the Moss Shia does, where she freezes and silences, which is really nice. Her kit is not bad. She is underrated in my opinion for late game. I don't think for early mid game, if you have her, you can build her, but it's not as important. Like let's say Rock June, he's one of the really good ones. Scissors Elk, she's one of the really good ones. She's really derpy, but she's one of the really good ones. What do you want to build her on? She's I think in reality, okay, as soon as it's done being stuck, in reality, I feel like you can do 1 set of bravery or no set of bravery at all, and then rest you can do whatever. The same thing, vitality. Her first skill is like a buff more than anything. It's not an actual skill, so it's different from a Scissors Shaolin. The Rock Shaolin, you can put. I know I had obviously I don't use her. I'm actually going to thinking of using her. So you can use bravery. Iron Wall, you can if you have better substats on Iron Wall. It really doesn't matter for her second set. I feel like Vitality, reason why I use Vitality a lot more is because it benefits you when it comes to max HP. So when you're in arena, when you're in max HP is everywhere. Yes, defense could be used, but I feel like HP to me personally, it's not. You don't have to take my word for it. Concentration, this is one of the ones actually that I really wouldn't use concentration on, just because of the fact that this one I really don't think it doesn't have a high multiplier. I think 800% of attack. I don't think that it. I'm not sure. I'd rather use like Vitality or something, and just make sure you have a whole bunch of status activation, just because she does leave these debuffs, which are crucial if you want to use them. So what does she do? This skill is actually circular. It's like, you know how Scissors Elk skill, they both continuously do something for a few seconds. This is the same thing. So it has a low percent chance, but it's continuously doing that thing. So I think the best thing to use her on is like when things like when there's things like that have a big nuking thing, like the Medina boss, which is what I was trying to initially use for Scissors Ingrid. All right, so Crest, I believe we can do 1 set of precision and 1 set of grit. I think that will be the best ones. Do the opposite. Okay, so precision have more skill cooldown, and then for grit have a status activation, so they can sort of balance each other, so you don't have to have the full sets. I don't think you need resistance. Buff duration, these two you can actually are very much more optional, just because of the fact that she does have a buff and she does have debuffs, so it would benefit her more to use persistence and what's the other one called, and preservation. So she's sort of flexible in there. not a lot of people use her just because of the fact that these skills aren't the best, but they're interesting for the most part, which is why I'm kind of intrigued in building her now. Okay, so the next one on the list, the next one in the rotation, I should say, is the other two that took me forever to get. The Ingrids. Ingrids are fairly new. They recently came out. They I think it was like three or four heroes ago when they released them, which is really cool. I personally like them. They're both not at the same level, but they're both sort of up there. So let's talk about them. Let's first talk about the good one. The good one, in my opinion, is... Oh, what the heck just happened? No, go back. Okay. Paper Ingrid. I love Paper Ingrid. You will always see me trying to use her in PvE. You see me use her in Conquest. You see me use her in Guild Conquest. You see me use her in... I actually used her in Giants before. She's not bad to use her. It's just that you have to wait for this skill to hit the second amp for it to actually do the shock. And then I used her in the faction boss as well. Where else have I used her? Obviously I've used her in what is it called? In Carol's Trial. I practically try to use her as much as possible. Why? This skill right here, it is my favorite. AoE damage, 55% to launch the target for 4 seconds, 50% chance to increase the current debuff duration by 12 seconds. That last sentence, that last thing, increases debuff duration is so good. I love seeing the big numbers. That's why I tried to do a video a long time ago where I was trying to show her off. I did like the debuff duration was going up to like 150 seconds on like all these, like it's so unnecessary, but the numbers are so big. It's so freaking awesome. Okay, so that's one of the reasons why. And on top of that, her skills synergize very well together. So she does 3 debuffs. 3 debuffs. She does poison, shock, and burn. Obviously, you need to wait for the amps, the amp level. There's 3 amp levels for you to actually get all 3 debuffs. No, it's not like, oh, you hit the 3rd, you only get burn. You hit the 2nd, you only get shock. No, you get all 3 if you have enough status activation. Okay, so I like I said, I have her fairly skilled up. 3 on her first skill, and then she's fully maxed on her second skill. I was farming Medina a lot just so I can switch her to bravery. A lot of people that have a concentration are initially for bravery, so you'll see a lot of that. What can you put her on? I think she can be used full bravery. Full bravery is not bad. She could be used half bravery, half vitality, same thing. Concentration as well, because both of her skills do damage, so they will crit. Just try to have as much status activation on her. I do not have as much status activation on her as I would like to have. She has 15%. I would like to have her on a lot more. I'm going to probably change her grits to full, what is it? I'm losing concentration because we're already on 25 minutes. I should hurry this up. Precision. So like I was talking about, precision is the best one for her because both of her skills need to land the debuffs. They will resist the launch. They will sometimes resist your debuffs, and that's what you want her to do, is land the debuffs. Actually, I wanted to give a rating scale. So for Scissor Shaolin, scale 1 to 10, I'll give her an 8 to 9, like 8.5. Okay, because she can't really be used everywhere. Rock Shaolin, she's in the question mark region. I really want to test her out. I don't want to follow the crowd and be like, oh, she just sucks. No, I want to use her because I think she has potential in that Medina boss. Just same thing for Scissors Ingrid, which I'll talk about in a moment. Paper Ingrid, 9.5 out of 10. I love her. She does so much debuffs, launch. She has a break. She almost does it all. She's not up there with Scissors, but she does a lot. Okay, so let's go ahead and go to Scissors Ingrid. This is one of my more recent new new heroes. Okay, so she actually does have status activation just because I was trying to get her to work in Medina. The Medina boss, if you do not know, practically one shots your whole team. if you don't have enough, if you don't have the damage reduction buffs, or if you don't have them controlled or anything like that. So what does she do? She life steals. So her 2 skills actually do damage. So like it's sort of like sort of the same thing with Scissors L skill, where it's just you activate the skill and it will stay there and it will just continuously do damage to whoever is in that area. So this one has a little circle, basically blinds them if they're in that circle, and just that's all it does. I was trying to skill her up because I really wanted her to work in that Medina boss, because if you blind it, he will miss when he does that big damage. So, and she life steals, so she does do a little heal here and there. Here she has another heal, basically another heal. She HP recovered, buff removed, and a status shield, which will which basically you don't get any debuffs on you, which is quite interesting. I do think she's another one where she is a interesting unit. I do think they should make a dungeon for all these shield that ignore debuffs. So basically, like they do, like basically if you get to a certain part and you can't get past it if you have this shield. No, you can't get past it if you do not have this shield. So basically, like let's say there's like, you know how the Destro boss has poison, he spits poison everywhere or whatever. They have a whole section like that, and you use that to pass that or something like that. It'd be really cool to do that. So the orbs, same thing. You would want bravery. I would suggest having more concentration, maybe for the more crit rate, just because of the fact that her skills are continuously attacking. So and plus her first skill does life steal according to the damage that you do. So if you do a big crit, you're gonna heal a lot more. So it'd be interesting to do that. You can do half full concentration, full bravery, half concentration. Punish. You notice that nobody talks about punishment because they haven't released it in Nightmare yet. So I can't wait for them to release that, so you're able to get a lot more. You're able to do a lot more combos with that. Okay, so Iron Wall and Vitality is not one of the ones I recommend for her, just because of the fact that she does actually do damage. So I'd rather her be on concentration and bravery, and then after that, depending on the subs, Vitality and Iron Wall. Depending, I really don't recommend that. Chris, I really recommend having her on precision. I have her on half precision, half grit, but I would rather have her on full precision just to activate her 2 skills, because they both. No, actually, just this one, just because she lands the blind, just so she can land the blind. So, where does she land on the scale of 1 to 10? I think she's like at a 7, 8. 7.5, somewhere around there. I think because, let's wrap this video up. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I think it is mostly because she does have a good kit. She does have a good kit, but unfortunately, none of the dungeons are fitted for her kit. It's the same thing for Rock Shala, and that's why I'm saying it'd be really nice to have a dungeon where they focus on the non-used units. I don't know why because of the robot cats. But yeah, so I do think she is an interesting unit. She has a shield that you don't get debuffs. She uses a strip, and she does HP recover, and she blinds as well. So it's very interesting. I do think she can be used. But anyways, no summons for today. Until the next rotation. Let me know what y'all think. Maybe I missed something on these 2. Maybe you're like, no, they're really good. They're really good. Okay, let me know in the comments how you use the underrated ones, okay? Because I really do think they are underrated. They're not bad, but I think they're underrated. So again, thank you very much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed the video. Just did 2 30-minute videos. I don't know why I like to keep y'all's ears. I torture y'all too much, don't I? Okay, so again, thank you very much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed the video. Again, thank you for the support y'all have done in the past couple videos. It has been awesome to hear y'all's opinions about the the game, what can be done, and hopefully we can keep playing together as a team. Hopefully they release guild battles as well. That's what we're hoping for. Again, thank you very much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Alright, peace.